So what does the film look like watching Russell Wilson video versus Geno Smith?
Uh, well, I mean, I feel like Geno Smith, he's been doing a great job over there just filling in for Russ. Obviously, he's Russ, you know what I'm saying? He's different. He can extend plays for a really long time. He's really slippery. He's hard to sack, and that's been kind of the theme his whole career. So, he's a guy that can extend plays and do a lot of different things. But I think Geno Smith has done a really good job with, filling in for him while he's been out.
So do you watch? Do you like go way back to really focus on the Russell Wilson stuff, or do you actually pay close attention to the last 3 games?
Both.
Okay.
Just because you got to be ready for, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So whoever's in there, we'll be ready for him.
So there's been a lot going on, obviously. Aaron and Jordan Love stepping in, all the OBJ talk this week. As a defense, you guys are sixth in points per game. You're a top 5 defense overall, I believe. But do you guys feel like you're flying a bit under the radar just because of what's all been going on, and what you guys have done has kind of been overshadowed a little bit?
I don't really think we care too much. It's kind of one of those things. We have expectations for ourselves. So as long as we meet the expectations for ourselves, we really don't care what necessarily is said in the media or anything else. So yeah.
You talked about Russ being Russ. What do you remember from that playoff game? Because he balled out in that second half. And what did you kind of learn from that experience and carry into this week?
I mean, some of the stuff is some of the stuff is not necessarily even a learning experience. It's just kind of he's going to extend plays for a really long time. So you just got to continue to play hard. Just never relax. Typically, you're used to a play lasting about anywhere from 7 to 8 seconds. With him, it could be 15, 20. So you just can't relax ever because he can make some stuff happen. So
When it comes to defending a guy that can extend like that, is it really just an effort and focus thing, or is there a specific way that you've got to defend against that?
I think it's definitely an effort and focus thing because at the end of the day, you got to give yourself a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because while he's back there running around and stuff like that, we know our guys up front are working just as hard as we are in the back end to get to him. So it's a group effort, but I think it really just starts with the focus and the want to. So.
Does it make the prep at all easier, going with sort of a 2-week prep for something like that? Obviously, you guys played Patrick last week, who's notoriously good at extending plays and everything like that. But as you said, Russ does some of the same things. Does it make it easier to kind of do some of that same prep for 2 weeks?
I don't know if I wouldn't say it makes it easier because everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? So we still got to study each individual person, but if you look around this league, there's a lot of quarterbacks now that can extend plays and can do all those things. Really, pretty much every quarterback out here can extend the play. Look at Aaron Rodgers. He's not the fastest guy. He'll extend play for forever. So, every week it's challenging because, like I said, you can never relax with any of the guys in this league because they're all talented. So.
What are Chris and Devondre doing in front of you that's allowing them to make plays and just helping this defense?
They're just playing fast. I think the biggest thing we're doing right now, we're all just trusting each other. And when you trust your brother to do their job, it's a lot easier to do your own. So we're really just honing in on what we got to do, what we got to take away. And I think we've been doing a real good job at that.
Is that speed that they provide, is that a boost for this defense that maybe you guys didn't have in the last couple of years?
One more time, sorry.
Their speed, is that a different element to this defense that maybe you guys didn't have in the past?
I mean, they're just when I say playing fast, I mean like see and then trigger. It's not necessarily the speed that they're running, But I mean they're fast too. I don't tell them they're slow or nothing like that. But yeah, I feel like they've been really good with just trusting what they see and just going to get it.
You get downhill and get down a lot of ball carriers. That play that Chris made in the first half to keep the Chiefs player out of the end zone. I mean, how much of that is just instinct for an inside linebacker, and how much did those kind of athletic guys raise the profile of your whole defense at every level?
Yeah, it's crazy because you rarely see plays like that anymore. It's just like most of the time when a guy gets that close, normally they score. You know what I'm saying? Normally they fall forward and score, but like that was a heck of a play. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you can't necessarily teach that. He just, like I said, what we want to focus on is just playing harder and you watch that, that's a guy playing harder. So you can't coach, teach, or anything about that. He was just, man, I don't know what to say about that one.
Darnell, you've seen big receivers, you've seen fast receivers, you get big and fast with Metcalf. I mean, what's different about him from some of the other guys you've seen?
I mean, that's the thing about this league. It's fun every week to prepare for different skill sets, and everybody has their own thing that they're like exceptionally good at. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's a guy. But at the same time, it's like when you're playing against these guys, because you're not out there worried about who's bigger, who's faster, or anything like that. I feel like we got a lot of fast guys in our room too. You know what I'm saying? So we're not necessarily worried about that. And I feel like we're pretty physical in our room too. So I don't necessarily think we look at it like that. We just try to hone in on just the little stuff that these guys do that they're really good at. You know what I'm saying? And kind of try to keep a thumb on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how we look at it.
I know they're not going to return for a little while, but just to have Z and Jair around the building, you know, you see them a little bit at practice here and there, just having them around. What's that been like for you guys?
Fun. I mean, those are our brothers. You know, it's always good to have them. It's always good to, and if anybody knows Z, you know Z's voice travels, so you can hear Z from anywhere. And it's just good. Z's funny. You know, he's always laughing, always happy-go-lucky. So it's good to have him around. And then obviously, you know, we just. Because our room is so close, just the DB room in general. So obviously, when we get to have Job back and everybody back, it's just fun, just hanging out. So it's been great having them both around.
I guess Chris Carson's status is up in the air. If he's playing, he's available. What difference does he make to their offense from what you've seen on film?
He's a good runner, hard runner. You know, at the end of the day, we gotta read our keys and play. You know, whatever they give us. We're not necessarily. You know, looking at people, you got to prepare for everyone. So whatever they give us, we'll be ready for.
There was a fourth down play in the Kansas City game. It was that bootleg, and I think you made the tackle on the running back. But there were about 3 guys who could have bid into the fake, and maybe a year ago that might have happened. Do you think you guys are playing smarter football? Was it just did that just happen to be a good call?
Like I said, it's just kind of the trust factor. You know what I'm saying? When you trust that everybody else is going to do your job, it makes it a lot easier to do your own, you know? And that's normally when mistakes happen, when somebody else is trying to do another person's job. So we're just going out there really and just honing in on what we got to do on a specific call, and we're getting that done. And I feel like it's working for us. So, yeah, I don't think it was necessarily a call or anything. I feel like we're playing with confidence and we're playing smart. So,
You were talking about having fast guys before, obviously Stokes being one of those. What has he showed you this year going from the number 4 cornerback to the guy who's been asked to be on the number 1 guy a lot of snaps?
Just a lot of growth, you know. It's tough being a young player, you know, in this league. Eric he's really receptive. He asks a lot of questions. He looks to us for a lot of just info on different stuff on how he can play this or how he can do that. You know, I'm just really proud of just the resiliency and really just, even like during camp, you know, he spent a lot of time during camp. He got to go against Devontae, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about Eric, he never flinches, you know. He's always kind of got that it factor behind him. So, you know, it's good to have guys like that around.
On paper, you only have 1 pick through 9 games, but that's, I guess, 1 more than you had this time last year, and you finished obviously really, really strong. Has that been on your mind, having a strong finish in terms of especially playing the ball?
No, not necessarily. I play the game the same way, no matter what. Rather opportunities come my way, that's not up to me. You know what I'm saying? That's more so a universe, you know, kind of thing. So my opportunities come my way, I'll be ready for them.
Do you speak to the universe to get some of those opportunities?
Nah, I just go out there and do my job. When they come, they'll come.
How much is Coach Barry's personality, the way he coaches, with all the injuries you guys have, the mixing pieces every week? Is it kind of a cool, calm? I know he's energetic, but what about him kind of keeps you guys grounded and you just find a way every week to put it together?
Like I said, I feel like it's one thing I can say about this year. I feel like it's really player owned, you know, and I feel like we started that way when we first, got together in the, I guess it was OTAs and stuff like that. It was kind of just, we had a standard, we knew how much talent we had over there on the defense, and we really just want to withhold that standard. So whatever it takes to get better, anybody, like, we're all for it. So I feel like that, and that's like everybody. That's like, we're always working just to get a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's been a big thing for us this year.
You talk about that, having the talent and confidence in yourself as a group. Was that ever tested after the opener? I noticed but you look at yourselves now, you're a top 10 defense, yards and points. Was that ever tested, that confidence? And how were you, did you ever wonder if you'd be at this spot after that game?
No, never, not once.
How were you able to?
Not have that confidence shake?
I mean, you lose a game like that, you can't. I mean, it was first game of the season. We can't like tank it and say, okay, well, year's over. So we always just, keep that confidence no matter what.
Hey, Darnell, the talent is really important and the execution is really important. I'm just wondering how the scheme kind of fits into the success you guys have had and how well you think it fits the talent you guys have and maybe the things that make it difficult on offense is by its design.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because every scheme has a weakness per se, and offenses are really good at finding those. You know what I'm saying? I think the biggest thing for us is we're limiting the big plays. So if a team doesn't necessarily have like a beater called up to beat like maybe a coverage that we're in, we're limiting that to, okay, well, you got a couple yards, but it's not a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So really just making teams play the slow game and just kind of drive the ball down the field and really just get it the hard way. So I feel like we're just all just doing our job and just trying to minimize big plays, and I feel like it's worked for us too. So.